my child support to get my nails done.
I get my nails done with my child support check, and this week it was only $23.96. Should I call my baby daddy and ask him where's the rest?
Oh, doozy of a conversation here today, but we must get extremely active on it. Title of today's video, woman goes homeless after keeping her child away from her ex. You'll read here on the screen, my baby mama left me for another man and didn't let me see my baby for 2 years. Now that she got put out, she thinks that she's about to come back here, and that is not happening. Now, I will say before we get started in the content that this is the type of karma or instant regret that men wish that all women would suffer if that woman actively keeps the child away from him. But I will also say that it's just a terrible situation because inevitably the person or the people that suffer the most is the children. And for that, we must have this conversation. Let's get active on it. Let's go.
No, y'all can't stay here. Didn't you leave me for him? You thought he had it all. Now he lost everything y'all had gambling, right? And you told me I can't never see my baby. Now you want to bring him back around me? Now you talking about you need a place to stay? It's not happening. I'm not.
Okay, me and my boyfriend come live with you.
No, it's not. Stop playing with me. That'll never happen, boy. I don't even want my son here. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. I told y'all that a minute ago.
You only need a week.
Look at, I don't care about none of that, bro. You can go sleep outside for all I care. Didn't you leave me? Now you want to bring my baby back around. After 2 years, you say I can't never see my baby again. You lose your house. Now you want to kick it, bro. Let's tell you.
I'm not trying to kick it. I'm just asking me and my boyfriend.
Ain't nothing going on. Like I said, bro. Ain't nothing going on. You bring dude to my house, he's going to be there. I'm not going to play with you, bro.
So he can't
You can go sleep outside. No, it's a homeless shelter right down the street. Y'all can go over there. I'm not doing that.
I'm not going to stay in no homeless shelter. That's why I'm coming to you. I knew
Well, that's what you're gonna have to do because you ain't coming up here, bro.
I knew that
you lucky I
you
allowed. No, you lucky I allowed you to come get some of my heat, bro. Oh, look, bro, y'all tripping, bro. You told me no, stop, no, get back over there.
So the baby can't stay either?
Huh? No, can't nobody stay. I'm not gonna lie to you. Didn't you keep my son away from me? Can't nobody stay.
That don't have nothing to do with him.
That's to do. Got everything to do with him and you, bro. You kept my baby away from me, bro.
So it don't even matter.
When I was down in my lowest, I couldn't even see my son. Now you want to bring? No, I'm starting over. My new girl pregnant. I'm starting over. No, y'all can't stay.
She said, can me and my new boyfriend stay in the crib? Ma'am, you got me all the way French toast up. Nevertheless, call me a deadbeat if you want to, but I 1,000% agree with this young man. The thing is that she thought that she can utilize the kids as leverage to get back at him, be a pawn in her emotional manipulation, be able to move on within her life. In the moment that her life comes to a point of struggle, of turbulence, now she wants to utilize that child as a manipulation tool to get back into a better place. The only thing that I disagree with the young man with is the outright denial or dismissal of at least the child living with him. But I understand his feelings because I know, and we all know that the child is just being utilized as a pawn. So it's not an indictment on the child via rejecting the child. What it is it's an inability to allow her to continue to manipulate and gaslight him. This man has fought for his family before, but y'all ignored him when he was down and out. And to be honest, the real question here is, why do these men have to fight for their children, have to fight for their families? But this man fought all that he could, and then inevitably, he found himself a new family. He said his girl now was currently pregnant. It sucks, but I understand exactly where the man is coming from. And even if he accepts the firstborn to live with him, then the woman still can exact control over him. And obviously, he's not having that. I would not accept this situation at all unless I can take 100% custody. I don't want your thoughts in this at all because you've already proven exactly who you are. But no matter how much I talk about it and the G's on this channel agree with me, ain't nothing going to change until the women start holding other women accountable for keeping their baby away from the man.
The moms who withhold their children from the dads who want to be there. To you ladies,
say that again.
For the women who withhold their children from the fathers who want to be there, shame on you. There are plenty of men who are begging, almost pleading with the court system, with them, to see their children.
Yep.
And you're withholding a child from their father.
Because of your feelings and because you're freaking a psycho.
And you can't let go of the fact that that man don't want to be with you. That is not your child's fault that that man wanted to let that thing go. Let your child have their father and support them, whether it kills you or not inside. As long as your child's safe, he's fed, he or she comes back clothed. You know what I mean?
But why would you want to be with someone that don't want you?
First off, give a round of applause to the lovely young ladies in this video right here, continuing to question status quo in the face of insurmountable negative press when it comes to being a man and a father in the society as it exists today, even when men more often than not cannot utilize the government at the same rate within these family court situations. It's just special to see women creating platforms to talk about the truth. But the young lady asked a beautiful question at the end there. Why would you want to be with someone that don't want you? And to be honest, ma'am, it ain't got nothing to do with being with the other person. It's just revenge. They want to see you in misery. They want to see you in pain. And the best way that they can do that is with something that you helped to create. They want to destroy something that you love. The same way that they try to bust out windows, key car, flatten tires. It's the same thing. They can't physically hurt you, so they want to mentally or emotionally break you down. And I think it's important for the G's on the channel to understand that is that you might have an emotional reaction to what she's doing, but once you understand the place that it comes from, it helps you to compartmentalize how to react or respond in these different situations.
Why do women keep children away from their fathers? If the man was good enough to lie down with and make a child, why, when the relationship dissolves or things don't work out between the woman and the man, then the man isn't good enough to be around the child? I know there are some legitimate reasons, but in most cases, it's because relationships resolve and there's animosity. But what is your why?
Let's go through some of the comments on this video to see what the audience thought about, all right? Let me also make the screen a little bit bigger for y'all so y'all can see it. All right, first one at the top says, maybe because they fear the father would become the better parent than them. It's really shocking to me when you look at the numbers of the results of children that come from single mother homes as opposed to single father homes. Oftentimes, the results of two-parent households is synonymous with single father households, which would go against the thinking of the power of motherhood, and then also a lot more women receive a lot more support for the positions that they are in than men. Nancy says if he can't see his children, she don't need to see his money. Actually, also reminded me of that Kendra G video I did not too long ago. And she had 3 kids, 3 baby fathers. And then when Kendra asked her about child support, she said something like, run me my money. The thing is that some of them go into this situation knowing, which is why I tell my G's to just wrap it up. Don't prioritize the short-term gratification of you finishing your nut over the long-term implications, because she, although will have the consequence of time robbed from her from a raising of child perspective, she will also have access to your pockets because you have no choice at the point of conception, whereas she does, and may utilize the state on top of that decision to take money out your pocket. And I've seen far too often that money being utilized on things other than for the child.
It's my child support to get my nails done.
I get my nails done with my child support check, and this week it was only $23.96. Should I call my baby daddy and ask him where's the rest?
I remember I had a video about a month ago about child support, and these women in the comments were fighting for their lives, arguing me up and down that women do not take child support money and spend it on themselves. They were saying that these women don't even get enough money from child support to even spend it on themselves.
Shout out to the internet. Because you're around, you give them the opportunity to just rat on themselves. Time and time again, baby.
There go 2 ladies right there who take their child support money and spend it on themselves. What does child support money have anything to do with you getting your nails done? How is that beneficial to your child? You getting your nails done with the child support money is going to help you find a stepdad or something? Even if that was the case, that's still not beneficial to that child. Like, what are we doing here? Besides taking money from the man And that's life expense money. You're going to spend it on whatever you want to, and it don't have to be on the child at all. This is why the United States should regulate what that money is spent on.
Yeah.
But they could give a less.
They
don't care about your child. They
It's
care
never been about the child.
taking that money out of that man's pocket, pocketing some for them, and then giving you some.
Title 4D, baby.
Like child support, that's like $1 billion corporation.
Yep.
That's just another way of the United States getting in them pockets.
Yeah, it's a way to monetize your seed. They've tricked you into thinking that all you think about every couple of seconds is sex, and you don't have self-discipline. You can't hold or control your seed. So they monetize it. Your seed. They make more money off of your seed than what you make money off of your seed. Isn't that crazy? Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Anyway, before we get back into the original conversation about women keeping their child away, look at this top comment over here. I think after having the baby 24/7, I deserve it. No, maybe not the whole money, but maybe like a drink or nails. Rarely. See, what's interesting is that when the money comes directly from the government, what do? EBT, food stamp, right? Like they have a way, WIC, they have a way of tracking the shit. But when it comes from the father, oh, no. There's not certain things that you can buy on it. No, you can go spend that however that you want. It's interesting how they're protecting themselves more than protecting you or the money that they're making off of your seed.
Stop using children as a weapon. They are human beings. They have thoughts, emotions, and feelings and personalities that need to be programmed. They're not used to be wagered in your little game you keep playing. I don't know who's the child here. You are your actual child. You're here to help shape their personality, to guide them through this world. That's what both of the parents are for, because it's a very tall task to do. But you are disrupting the growth and the needs of the child when you create toxicity by utilizing them as a pawn in your little fun game chess match. Why don't you grow up, get over it, and co-parent healthily and effectively so you can give this child the best chance of succeeding in this world and then move on farther and better than you are able to.
Shout out to these brothers right here. And let me also finish the conversation by saying this from my experience as a young man that was raised by a single parent, raised by my father. Through my father's experience, my father had an odd experience. When he was 5 years old, his mother was murdered outside of his bedroom. And I think that he's always grown up longing for the family that was taken from him. So when finally marrying my mother and then eventually having me, he got his wish. And the relationship between my father and my mother, eventually ended in divorce when I was like 7 or 8 or something like that. Nevertheless, though, throughout that dynamic, that co-parenting dynamic, the one thing that I always will appreciate about my father is that no matter what was going on or his relationship with my mom, he would always say to me, respect your mother, love your mother. No matter what we got going on, that's your mother. You only get one. And the way that I would think about that is that, again, through his experience of never having access to one past the age of 5, he always wanted me to remember the importance that you only get one of those. Now, I know some of you guys don't have good relationships with your mother or your father, and there's some things that you cannot change within that dynamic or that relationship dependent upon their own situation. Nevertheless, though, folks that are actively waging war, leveraging the child, I think these are despicable people. It is the manipulative tool of some of these witch demon control freaks. And I think it needs to be called out more often than not. All right, guys, leave your questions, comments, concerns down up in the comment box down below. Tell me what you think about the collection of thoughts and clips brought to you within the confines of this video. Light up that comment section. Maybe we'll bring it up and do a live stream on it. Bring a couple of folks up, have them tell their story, and get active. All right? Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get
get too old to strip and dance. Get up out your echo chamber, screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.